Hello and welcome to another Overlord lore video, and today we are going to take a closer look at the adventurer that fought a Death Knight and managed to stall the beast for at least some time, as well as why she had developed a strong dislike for Momon the adventurer. But before we're going to do so, let me thank my Patreons for supporting this channel, as well as all users of the YouTube thanks function who made one-time donations. Also please check out my fantasy channel. Now with that said, let's dive into today's topic by taking a look at Scama's personality and personal abilities first. And she's a remarkable melee fighter, and obtained, just like the rest of the team, the Mithril rank. Just for context, there are many ranks a guild member can have. Starting from Copper, which is the rank Ainz originally had, the rank goes up to Iron, which is the rank of the drunk that was almost killed by Nabe, and that had been gently, at least by Ainz Ooal standard, tossed through the entire tavern. Next in line we have Silver, which was the rank the Swords of Darkness held, prior to their end. And Climb is said to be kept at Gold rank. And Ainz, or rather Momon, was so strong that he had been instantly given the rank of Platinum before he further ascended. And Mithril is a rank above Platinum, and just another rank Orichalcum, to be precise, away from Adamantite, the highest possible rank. Not only does she have strong offensive and defensive melee moves, Scama is also very quick on her feet, and her defense is further enhanced by her armor. No midriff gap, no bikini, just some solid high-class metals and a thorn at the top of the helmet, which is very useful for deflecting sword strokes, directing the energy of the blows to the sides instead of straight down. And this helmet design was used by medieval knights as well as much later the Prussian soldiers for much the same purpose. So not only does Scama wear arguably the most important piece of armor that exists in the entirety of history, and the only one that even now has widespread utility in today's battlefields, but it is designed in such a way to be extra protective. And speaking of Prussian soldiers, her tomahawk is not just like any weapon, but a magic one, with a really nasty ability called Doppel, which is German for double. And with this, Scama can create another copy of the tomahawk that floats around her, attacks her enemies, and without any thought or input from Scama's side, which is very useful. It's basically a third arm. And since it's a magic weapon, it's pretty hard to shatter or banish, and the same goes for the magically enhanced tomahawk itself. For magical weapon, as we would have learned in the 12th novel, which takes place much earlier in the story than this scene here, which is taken from the 14th one, during the scene where Nea Baraya cleans the equipment of the Paladin Order, which is also magical in nature. Additionally, Scama can use the martial art of Impenetrable Fortress in order to block the otherwise devastating onslaught of the Death Knight. And the anime did an excellent job of conveying how much weight there is behind this hulking monstrosity. Without the martial art, Scama would have been turned into a ragdoll and sent flying. Furthermore, Scama Elbero is not alone. As the leader of the four armaments, she will receive lots and lots of buff spells, like lesser dexterity, in order to further enhance her abilities, which is also the reason why she could keep up, at least for a time, with the Death Knight in the first place. A monster that is level 35, and therefore would be considered to be in the realm of heroes, from a New Worlder standpoint. So much for her personal capabilities. Now let's take a look at her personality and outlook. Scama Elbero is an adventuress, and a good one at that. During the invasion of the Sorcerer Kingdom, she had the ability and the opportunity to actually flee the nation in time, an opportunity many others didn't had. But she still chose to stay behind and defend her home against the undead hordes of the Sorcerer Kingdom. And when she fought the Death Knight, she was genuinely concerned that it could break through to the town center and cause havoc. And even when all seemed lost, she was willing to stay behind so that her teammates could escape, and at least save themselves, even if this would have spelled certain death for her. And without this much effort and heroism, the leader of Red Drop, Ainz Ooal, the uncle of Lakius by the way, wouldn't have made it in time to save the town and destroy the Death Knights and the Death Warrior. And this is also something that she surely realized because she is also blessed with a keen observation skill and correctly noticed that the zombies attacking the city of E-Naüru were townspeople that the Death Knights and its squire zombies have killed and reanimated with a single stroke of their blades. Something that was also shown at the start of the anime, with the death of the Sunlight Scripture and their dead rising again as squire zombies. And the reason why Scama was so selfless was, among other things, that she was a firm believer in the god of fire, one of the 4 great gods of the kingdom, which can't be said for all of her teammates, who used their position for other things. But despite all of this, Scama is also incredibly ambitious. She wanted her adventurer team to be known far and wide, and was also willing to change personal things, like her hair color, in order to get more popular. She, despite all of the good things her character holds, also wanted to succeed, and to be known far and wide. That's why she hated Momon, the adventurer, so much. Scama, prior to the story, had black hair, and wanted her team to be associated with the hair color, which makes a lot of sense, considering that blue roses and red drop were also associated with the color of red and blue respectively. So she wanted her team, and herself of course, to be known as Raven Black, or Darkness, or something else associated with her hair color. But then Momon appeared out of nowhere and sidelined her. He, instead of Scama, was able to associate his team with the color of black, thus forcing Scama indirectly to actually change her hair color, just to avoid to be seen as a copycat or ignored in favor of the similar named Momon and his team. And this infuriated her greatly, because she tried far harder for far longer to get the same amount of acknowledgement Momon has earned in such a short amount of time. This is also something that Igwak had in common with her, who also disliked Momon's fast rise to prominence, hence why he planned to spread false rumors about him. Something that of course did not happen, because he ran into Mare's stick, which at this point can be seen as an insane amount of overkill, considering what Mare did later in the story. And finally, I really like the fact that Scama isn't just a purely good hero, but has ambitions, greed, jealousy, and envy tied to her character as well. And again, I'm impressed that such a side character has more depth to it than some main characters of other anime, manga, and light novel. And with all of that said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching, and special thanks to Bad Guy Ye, Bad Burrito 316, Beezer, Ben C, Brandon D, Chrissy, Crowley 0221, Sia, Crystal Prime, Dead Slime, Death is Mercy, Deathless Dragonlord, Demon Xenomorph 1987, Devin Downen, Ding Dong, Duckwagon, Dystopia, Dystopia II, Enigmatic Unicorn, Thiralchivan, Guy with That Head, Hector Marino, Hoss, Huster, Jacob G, Jana B, Jason, J. Morris, Chromius, Kyle R, Legendarius, Lelouch Britannia with a Mustache, Lexus Fox, Lord Nishikian Rai, Lord Touch Me, Merovec, Mr. Shoes, Mr. Tweaker, Michael R, Michael Y, Normal Toad, O'Kill, Overlord General Gasper, Paddy Pentum, Personage, Primus 11, Cune Caracos P, Shergox's Daddy, Shadow Lightning Wolf, Shrine Keeper, Super Tier Magic Batista Bomb, Staris, Ted, Texas Deer, The Orc Warboss, Rock Ed Smasher, T.E. Wang, Vashokai, Vegito 27, Venture Fanatic, Wilhelm, and Zonegon. Thanks guys. Anyway, have a nice day, and I hope to see you all again soon under my next video.